Oh god, all of these bots are actually... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So all those bots are out of shovels, and now we have a huge pile of tree stumps here that have not been dug up. Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode on Autonauts with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our very, very busy base on this beautiful, beautiful planet. In the last episode, we finally got some core componentry going that we will need to, in the very near future, make our newest generation of bots, and we will very much be looking at working on that today, as we can now finally upgrade all these bot benches to better ones, which will in the future allow us to automate our bot production, as well as I previously said, roll in that new bot generation. We'll have to do a bit of manual work there for the start, so that is what we're going to have to be doing today in order to get some more of these advanced robots, because some of our production steps are quite complex here, and then with those new robots we will slowly but surely get things going up here. But, just very quickly before we get started then, if you're new around this channel and you happen to enjoy this episode, please make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below. That would mean the absolute world to me. We're trying to 1k subscribers before the year ends, and the time for that is running out super quickly, so every single one would mean an absolute ton, and thank you very much if you did so. With all that out of the way though, let's quickly go around here and check on all this. Technically, I think for the time being, having only one of these good bot workbenches should be just fine for us. But that means that we will have to create some square frames, which those are being done out here. Now the fixing pegs we're already automatically making right here, so we should at least be able to provide those for our purposes. And then of course the poles, I guess we'll just kind of size down that stack a bit right there. Now we'll have to be making a bunch of these things, 6 square frames to be exact, so that is going to be a good bit of work. And then we'll of course need to carry over a huge ton of logs and also a bunch of panels, so it's going to be a lot of manual work, unfortunately for me. It's not going to be a lot of manual work that I'm just going to show you all of, because I think it won't be all too interesting for you all. So I'm just going to go and get some of that work done on my own then, and we'll see each other after a quick cut when we hopefully have that assembly table all ready to go. Alright, we are back for a very quick second. Not because we're done on this one, as you can see there's still a bunch of panels to make and I'm very much working on that, but because we have very unfortunately ran out of food for all our colonists. So that is a very bad sign right there. And I've traced it down all the way to here because we do apparently not have any shovels. And that is apparently because this guy was looking to move over a shovel which now does not exist anymore. Very, very weird and confusing indeed. Maybe I accidentally took it from him, I'm not quite sure. Actually, I don't have to make it myself. I could probably just pause and get him going again so he makes a new one on his own. And that should hopefully solve that issue for us. Now, oh god, all of these bots are actually... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So all those bots are out of shovels, and now we have a huge pile of tree stumps here that have not been dug up thus far. So hopefully... very, very hopefully we can catch up on that somewhat quickly. I think we may actually just quickly end up making one of these on our own, because quite frankly, if we don't get that issue solved rather quickly, we'll run out of logs, which we will absolutely not like, because if we do run out of logs, we'll run out of any materials to make poles, and as you can see, I'm very, very crazily using a good bunch of poles currently in order to try and catch up on all the backlogs for the fixing pegs and making all these square frames and everything. So that is certainly something we'll want to have checked off. And also, of course, I mean, we want to have our research going. But that all seems fixed now. This guy's digging up things again, and we're slowly but surely digging up some trees again as well. So hopefully all fine again. Fingers crossed. Let's see. I'll keep this running and I'll go back to work myself. And I'll hopefully see you after the cut when that workbench is finally upgraded and ready to go. Alright, back we are, and as you can see, we're finally carrying that last log over in order to get that workbench going. But you can also probably see that we're somewhat slightly out of logs and also somewhat slightly out of trees. So, yeah, not really going ideal, everything in terms of that, I would argue. Not quite sure here, to be honest, why we are currently struggling that much. I think we will have to offer some sort of slight intermediate assistance here and just plant a few trees on our own to make sure that things regrow a bit quicker. I mean, you can see we've got a lot of holes dug up, but I think our little tree seed planting bot is just not quite keeping up at the moment anymore after that little kind of point in time where we didn't have enough bots to dig up the holes, or no, the bots were not able, in fact, to dig up the holes due to the missing shovels. Now, with that out of the way, we should hopefully have a bunch more trees regrowing here, and hopefully that is going to also supply us a bit more wood, because, well, quite evidently, you know, a bit more wood would kind of be quite nice. But with that said, we do have the good bot workbench going on here, and it wants the floors. Okay, so what we will have to do then is we will go and pick this thing up just as we did the others. Should just work like that, and then we have that in that inventory. Perfect. And we will have to go and build a tad bit of flooring on our own. Now we're just going to do these few squares for the time being. The rest of the optical parts are going to be done some other time. But this we will have to get out of the way, and that's not really going to help our wood shortage at all either, to be honest. So, not all too happy about that, not gonna lie, but we will have to see. I'm sure we will find some sort of solution for that. Why did I leave? No, not that. Yes, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that goes there. We'll need another 2 planks, and then we'll need a huge ton of logs, which we currently don't have any at all in the storage. I'm not quite sure. Maybe our bot that's supposed to pick these up is also not too fast. I've already had a little intermediate phase here where I had already been helping the bot out in picking those up. Maybe it's also just this area of operations not really encompassing these few that are lying around the outskirts here. But what happens to those in the middle? I hope they're still there despite tree stumps and stuff being around them. So it's not like they're disappearing or anything due to us having the trees so close together. So I guess we're just a bit slow. We'll maybe have to look back at that and see if we want to end up like upgrading some bots or adding some or something in the future here. Thus far, I mean, all this woodworking that we had going on right here was really quite sufficient. We always had a huge overhang of logs and planks and poles and all the things, but I feel that now, I mean, with the fixing pegs, with all the panels and stuff that we were making, we were really in a tight spot for resources very quickly. And I'm not quite sure what happens when we start automating bot production. I mean, maybe things just have to kind of pile up for a start, and everything has to balance itself out a bit before, well, you know, the demand shrinks again and everything's back to usual. We'll have to keep a close eye at that. I think for the time being, we will just hope that things fix themselves, but if it doesn't fix itself for a longer period of time, we may have to look back at things and actually kind of adjust. But with that said, then here's our good bot workbench. Now, we don't have any like crates and stuff here yet. We'll take care of those things later. This one, for the time being, we will use for ourselves, and we'll be looking, I think, to make a Mark II bot. Now, the other thing is, Do I need to upgrade the bot assembly unit for these Mark II bots, or how does that part work? Oh. Okay, that is an issue that I don't think we have looked into just yet. How will that part work out for us? Basic bot workbench, structural... I mean, this is just general bot, so I'm thinking maybe that means we can also just chuck the Mark II parts on there and get a Mark II bot. I think we'll just give it a try, because honestly, worst case, we'll have these parts lying around and we'll need to do stuff later. The interesting part being... What's this guy running on? This is like so compact and all. Okay, so we do have the better upgrades here now, tooth power and energy and all. I don't know. Oh god, good gear. Crude wheel. That could end up being difficult, but we'll start with the easy parts that we have the things for, and then we'll solve the remaining issues after. You can see the pulls are very much piling up, so hopefully that is at least going to fix itself soonish. We will go and get that all sorted out. That's another point. We'll probably need to start collecting tree seeds as well in order to provide the materials we need for the bot's construction. But the thing is, if we over collect tree seeds for that purpose and don't have the materials, well, the tree seeds anymore to plant new trees, that could also be an issue. So it's going to be a very, very fine balance to hit right there. I mean, honestly speaking, we could probably just take one bot with a hammer, or generally just take our hammer bot from down here and put him into a forest up here, because technically he doesn't destroy the trees, he just keeps farming tree seeds and sticks off it. So we could move that bot to up here, have the stick bot collect things from here and put them into the stick storage there, and then have like a separate one that collects the tree seeds from that. And that way, you know, we wouldn't over-collect tree seeds on our little logging operation down here. Maybe that is a better choice. We'll have to see about that. Now, right here, we do want another 2 poles. What we also want, though, seems to be panels. And panels, honestly, is not the quickest thing to make, as I've just come to find here. I mean, in the future, we'll have some bots here working away at that, and I'm going to be very, very grateful for that, because they can go through that lengthy process for me. Regardless, it's probably going to take an absolute age till those crates fill up. But at the very least, I won't be the one that'll have to go through this, because, I mean, as you can see, you need like 8... you need like 8 different materials, well, or 8 different units of materials for a start. And then you get these little, whatever they're called, square frames, and then you have to go for another 8 different materials on top of that. And then you're finally there for this. So this is, honestly speaking, quite a lot to take care of, especially for one person. So I really want some bots working on this, but the thing is, we can really not have anything but a Mark II bot work on this, given the complexity of this task for the bots. You know, the thing is, they have to pick up like 8 times and then move all the stuff over all by themselves. So they have to have the capacity for all this, and I think our current ones don't. So that is why we're currently doing all this stuff manually, just because we need to get the Mark IIs ready so they can help us out on this. And then once we have like at least 2 Mark IIs ready for that, that's already going to be a big bit of help. So that's the body, that's the head. Now we have the drive, and the drive is going to be an interesting thing because we need this crude gear. Question being, can we make that here? We cannot. We can make the crude wheels here, which is a start. We need 2 of those, so let me grab 4 planks so we can finish that. And also, maybe we can quickly take care of that part. Where in the world did we make the gear, though? I'm not quite sure. Have we ever made a gear, maybe, for a start? Probably not. We'll see. Okay, so, where's our recipe book? That cannot be it. Out here, we would like a crude No, that's not. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How do I get a good gear now? We need a wood shaping bench. And let me guess, we have not researched said bench just yet. We could cancel the research, maybe we should. Oh, that is so annoying. The things that are just coming up in the middle of our research that we didn't really know we needed, and now it's like, oh, there you go, have fun. Where's wood shaping? Construction. Oh no, we're working on the right thing. Okay, that's at least something. We're working on the machine parts here, and we need this table right there, I think. Yeah, and there's the gear. So, definitely working on the right thing. That's at least something. Speaking of working on the right thing, though, what is going on now? Why are you not getting a tool? Because you are out of power. Work. Thank you. You're getting a tool too? Yes? Okay, so there come the berries then. Why? Oh, yeah, okay. Ah, God. It's always the little things. You know, some little part of the crazy system we thought of stops working and it all falls apart. Kind of annoying. But okay, what we're going to do in the meanwhile is we're going to move the bot's head onto here and we're going to see if the thing protests at us. It doesn't. Okay, so let's grab the body too. And then we will prepare at least that. Now, other than that, we will at least be working on the parts I think we can make for the time being. So we at least get that out of the way. Afterwards, I don't quite know. I mean, the thing is, we really just need the research, which is going to take a minute. And why in the world is this guy's house not being repaired? Do I need to change his area of operations? Oh, yep. Okay. We need to change this guy's area of operations to that. And we quickly need to take that log from his hands that he has in his hands, because otherwise he's going to try and carry two for me. Oh, there he is. Give me, please. Oh, God. Give me this. Give it to me! Hello! Oh, I've got something in my hands, that's why. Okay. So, there you go. You can get going again. Alright, that was a little whipsy. But at least, it seems the colonists are starting to be fed again, which is beautiful, beautiful indeed. And we will now just do some more fixing peg action. The thing is, that doesn't really help our little wood supply issue down here. It's also the log stuff, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure, you know, that'll balance itself out eventually. If it doesn't, we'll look at it. But what we do need then is a panel, so let's get that ready, and then we'll go get the other ingredients on that desk as well, at the very least, so that we can have that all going for us. And yeah, I mean, after that, it's really just waiting for the research to actually be able to finish the bot. I mean, it's kind of annoying. I should have probably looked at this stuff up ahead of time to know that, well, we're actually missing this and that, but it is what it is now. We will have to make do with this, and we'll have to finish the rest off when we can actually make the good gear. Now, for that, we'll also, quite honestly, have to have a separate workbench, and I mean, we will sort of require this for the assembly of parts of the bot, so we'll have to plan that in somewhat carefully. Maybe we will have this set up like that, and then have a crate right here. Okay, so what I think we'll do is we will at least get this one piece of flooring. I'm not actually sure if we need flooring for the new workstation, but what I want to do at least is get the piece of flooring there ready to go, so that we can start placing crates there, which we will then use for the gears, because we'll have to have a bot that makes those for us. I don't think they'll be all too complicated, so rather certain that we can just put a rather basic bot to the task there. But let's see about that. I'm going to stack these up here, and we will require a whole bunch of planks and poles and stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary there, I suppose. Nothing that I think I'll share with you. I mean, the research is going to take a while as well, so I'll just base another quick cut, get that done, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, and back we are with that thing also all constructed, and I already see the next issue up there being that a bot is out of power outside of the operating range of our other two, so let's fix that very quickly. Yeah, we're still kind of low on food, but at least the food is somewhat coming, and the research is somewhat coming again. It's all not quite ideal, but it's better than the place we were at previously, I guess. Now, what we can do, in fact, is probably take these away, and we'll just use those somewhere else eventually, because we're not using those anyways. All the loose weeds are going right into there, so that's quite fine. These we'll just keep there until we have, like, some flooring and stuff going on around there. And other than that, I mean, tools are flowing, the logs are flowing, albeit a bit slowly, so maybe I'll go help out real quick on that one. And I would very much be considering to get another bot onto the task there, but the thing is, I don't really have any spares currently, and I would probably just use an old bot that we replace at some point to help out with this, instead of just getting a totally new basic bot going or something, if that makes any sense. Now, why in the world I cannot even catch up to the demand of my bots myself here? It's quite crazy. Well, I guess we also have quite the big log demand now from repairing all these houses up here, so that most certainly doesn't help in combination with all this and the log demand for these wooden mallets, but still, with this big of an operation, I would hope that we don't have quite as many issues. This here should solve that issue for the time being, though. But okay, with that said then, I think we're going to end the episode off a tad bit early here today, because honestly, the only thing we really have left to do is waiting for the research so we have the final parts to get that first Mark II bot going, so that we can then start putting these guys on the task for those square frames for the panels right here, get that all going, and then start automating our production of Mark II bots slowly but surely. But we have to wait for that, and I will honestly rather just wait for that off screen and then get right back in it with you in the next episode when we have this checked off, and we will be able to make ourselves some fancy new bots. So with that said then, I'm going to end it off right here. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. As usual, if you did, of course, please make sure to hit that like button right down below. That does always help out the channel a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all those things out of the way then, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very soon. Ciao.